The Lake Travis Cavaliers taking on the Waco Midway Panthers here at Cowboy Stadium. The drive for five, alive and well for Lake Travis.
The team wins an unprecedented fifth consecutive state title in football. The Cavaliers improved to 77-3 during this five-year dynasty.
What started on December 22nd, 2007, quarterback Garrett Gilbert led Lake Travis to its first football state championship. With a 36-34 win over Dallas Highland Park in the 4A state championship, continued through December 16th, 2011, when receiver Griffin Gilbert, brother of Garrett, caught the first touchdown of a 22-7 win over Waco Midway in the 4A title game to secure Lake Travis's unprecedented fifth straight state championship, sealing the single greatest team accomplishment, and it put Lake Travis among the greatest high school dynasties of all time. Lake Travis was loaded at the quarterback position with notable alum. Garrett Gilbert played football at UT, is now in the pros. Michael Brewer, starting quarterback for Virginia Tech this year. And Baker Mayfield, walk-on, starting quarterback at Oklahoma University. Season after season, expectations are always high in Cavs Nation. This season is no different. As the buses pull out of Austin, nerves and excitement set in on the drive north up Interstate 35 to Waco, Texas, to face Waco Midway. As kickoff nears, the coaches go over the game plan with the players. They talk strategy in order to get them mentally prepared for an unforgettable season.
First week of 16. Do not let us go out there and have the first game jitters. Okay? We're more mentally prepared for this than they are. We're more physically prepared for this than they are. 1, 2, 3. Hard bodies.
Pre-game pep talk, national anthem, and finally, opening kickoff for the season is here. The first game of the season is filled with big plays from senior running back A. Willows. Two interceptions by senior cornerbacks. Even head coach Hank Carter has conflicting words of the ref. All in all, a solid Week 1 performance, and more importantly, a 48-24 victory. After a solid team win in Week 1, the Cavs will go on a 6-game winning streak, beating district opponents by a combined 403-40. Gaining much-needed experience and a sense of team, coupled with the confident players and numbers to back it up, it would turn into a finely tuned, high-powered offensive threat. They can hit you fast. They can hit you hard. What about the defense? The first 7 weeks of the season were building up to the Battle of the Dams against their familiar foe, Westlake.
Hey! LT! 1, 2, 3!
LT! Let's go! It's on, baby! Yeah! It's on, baby!
Known by fans as that damn rivalry. This has become the must-see game in Central Texas, a battle of two juggernauts that began in 2006. Both sides consider it to be the game of the year, but having both teams undefeated and state-ranked made the tickets for the October 23rd game a hot one. The 10,500-seat Chaparral Stadium was sold out on Wednesday, with Westlake's side of the stadium selling out in 3 hours of tickets going on sale. Unprecedented for a high school football game in Texas. Although the rivalry has become one-sided in the past years, with Lake Travis winning 7 straight in the series, Westlake's quarterback Sam Ellinger is a top-ranked quarterback in the state of Texas that will make it tough for the Cavs to keep the streak alive. The Cavs start out with a screen pass to Cade Brewer. He is able to break a tackle for a loss and take off down the sideline as he scores the game's first touchdown in a dramatic fashion. students rejoice. The Cavs defense is able to smother the Westlake offense for a large majority of the game with the help of some forced turnovers. A huge late second half touchdown pass to K. Green puts the game out of reach and propels Lake Travis to an 8th straight victory with a 35-14 win. That damn battle was a triumph, but like any other battle, there are casualties. A torn ACL, senior Abe Willows, star running back with great awareness, speed, intelligence, and ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, will miss the rest of the season. Willows provided balance to the passing attack with 750 rushing yards and 13 total touchdowns. He will be missed as far as the X's and O's go, even more as a leader on the field and in the locker room. The attitude is next man up here at Lake Travis. Junior running back Santiago Villegas is called on the starting role. He lacks the speed and quickness of Willows. His style of running is more downhill bruiser type of running. He is short in stature but makes up for punishing you for trying to tackle him. He and junior wide receiver and running back Malik Barkley will go on to help the Cavs without skipping a beat. They rack up yards as the season progresses. The Cavs remain unbeaten into Week 9 of the regular season, when more bad news comes to Cavs Nation and the community. Dramatic car crash involving junior defensive end Sammy Ochoa. Ochoa was badly injured but was lucky to be alive. With the help of his sister and large support group, Ochoa is able to be on the sidelines for the final regular season game against Aikens High School. With their teammate on the sideline and another team leader out for the season already, the Cavs remain focused and win the game 56-7, sealing their district title, their first trophy of the season. The regular season was the easy part. The Cavs go undefeated, winning by a margin of 568-101 over their district opponents. That's good, but it's a new season once the playoffs start. Every team has earned the right to be here, and the competition is raised to a new level. Game 1 of the playoffs is against neighboring Pflugerville. With a combined 6 touchdowns, the Cavs destroy the first matchup of the playoffs, winning 48-0. Trophy number 2. Next up, Westfield. The game will be played in the home of the beloved Blue Bell Ice Cream in Brenham, Texas. Nothing would be sweeter than a win over Westfield. They knocked out the Cavs in the playoffs a few years back. This highly anticipated game would be played midday with winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour. These are 2 of the top dogs in the state going head-to-head to advance in the playoffs. It's a hard-fought defensive battle for the entire game. Leading the charge is senior D lineman Tevin Paul and junior Aiden Estrada. With a combined 4.5 sacks and 6 tackles for a loss and a block punt for a safety, that put Lake Travis firmly in control of the game deep into the fourth quarter, with a 28-7 lead when Westfield came charging back, scoring a touchdown with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left, and a Lake Travis turnover. It was 4th and goal on the 17-yard line due to 2 penalties and an incomplete pass. With only minutes remaining, the quarterback for Westfield rushed for an incredible touchdown to make it a 1-score game with 4.5 minutes left. Lake Travis had not been tested like this all season long. The players, the fans, and coaches would find out what they were really made of. After trying to run out the clock, Lake Travis was unable to convert, forced to punt into the wind. Westfield got the ball on the 40-yard line. With all the momentum, it didn't look good for the Cavs. But on the next play, interception by Robert Reyes saved the season. They were able to kneel and run out the clock, scoring the victory and moving on to the next round. Trophy number 3. The setting was a cold, windy, and wet rainy day in Waco, Texas on the day after Thanksgiving. With stomachs full and spirits high, a rematch against Waco Midway. This game was supposed to showcase 2 powerhouses in the state. Waco Midway had too much turkey. They were slow, outplayed, and it showed in the final score of 55-14. Malik Barkley scored 4 touchdowns and a total of 300 all-purpose yards. Perfect way to end a holiday weekend. Trophy number 4. College Station, Texas would be the next stop. The opponent, Rockwall. Kyle Field, home of the Texas A&M Aggies, is an ideal setting to play a football game, especially as a high schooler. Even the coaches take a moment to reflect on the setting and take it all in. The Cavs came out firing. With another huge lead, they didn't want a repeat of the Westfield game. They kept their foot on the accelerator, and even when Rockwell tried to pull some trick plays, the Cavs were there to shut it down, even providing some trickery of their own. They were able to pull away from Rockwell and finish the game with a 45-24 victory. Brewer had an outstanding game, completing 14 of 18 passing, 241 yards through the air, 4 passing touchdowns, and another touchdown on the ground. Another solid offensive performance, equally matched by its steadfast defensive front, which forced 3 turnovers and 3 sacks. Trophy number 5. Back to Waco. The city has been kind to the Cavaliers, granting them 3 wins. They would go on to firmly win their 6th trophy of the postseason, a no-contest win to move on to the state championship game at the Houston Texans Stadium. The Cavaliers were barely challenged in their road to Houston. This would be the first time for the Cavaliers since promotion to the top classification in 2012 in Carter's 6 seasons, Lake Travis's 76-8, finishing 15-1 and winning its 5th consecutive district championship. Past players send messages to the team before the state championship game.
You know, there's no doubt in my mind that Lake Travis is the best football team.
I'm so proud that I can, come up here in Oklahoma and talk about my school. They're going to bring the noise. It's in Houston, Texas, where their home is. Play for your brother. Play for Abe and Sammy, because I know they're dying to get out there with you. Y'all are here at the final game. Play every play like it is your last. And trust me, it is worth it. Believe me, it is.
It's just another game, but you get some of these if you win.
The Tigers took advantage of 4 Lake Travis turnovers that put Katy up 17-0 in the second quarter. Lake Travis kept it close through 3 quarters to give the Cavaliers some momentum. Brewer completed a 12-yard pass to Cade Green for Lake Travis's only score of the game, and to ensure the Cavs wouldn't be Katy's 11th shutout of the season. Katy pulled away in the 4th quarter behind the game's offensive MVP, running back Kyle Porter, who rushed for 188 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 in the decisive final period. The Tigers won their 8th state championship, tying Katy with South Lake Carroll and Salina for the most titles in state history. Brewer was hit repeatedly behind the line of scrimmage. He finished with 172 passing yards. Lake Travis is not accustomed to poor outings. Saturday's loss marked the first time since 2006 that the Cavaliers scored fewer than 10 points in a game. Lake Travis also suffered its first defeat in a state final, which came in its 6th bid for a title. Cavaliers should be proud of their season, despite the sour ending. In the end, it was a positive season. They did a lot of positive things this year. The coaches and the players will never forget. The 2015 season was an incredible season for the Lake Travis Cavaliers, going undefeated in the regular season and all the way into the playoffs, only to lose their final game. Through all the ups and downs, fighting through adversity, losing 2 captains, in the offseason, they will have to lick their wounds. They will be ready to make a state championship run once again in the 2016 season.